Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopijana Vallabha Giri Varadari Yasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Sodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari Tiravanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopijana Vallabha Giri Varadari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopijana Vallabha Giri Varadari Yasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari Natiravanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopijana Vallabha Giri Varadari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopijana Vallabha Giri Varadari Yasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari Muna Tiravanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopijana Vallabha Giri Varadari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopijana Vallabha Giri Varadari Yasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari Tiravanachari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Gokulananda Radha Gokulananda Radha Gokulananda Sri Radhe Radha Gokulananda Radha Gokulananda Radha Gokulananda Sri Radhe Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Srila Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol. Namo Vishnupada Paravajrikacharya Ashtodhara Sata Srimad His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Namacharya Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda Ki Jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you for coming to Bhagavad Gita class today. We are reading from chapter 3, verse 18. It's on the screen there. Before that, we do Dhruv Maharaj prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Chapter entitled Karma Yoga. Naivatasya krutenado na kruteneha kashana nachasya sarva bhuteshu kajjidatya vyapasrayaha. Naivatasya krutenado na kruteneha kashana nachasya sarva bhuteshu kachidatta vyapasrayaha. Naivatasya krutenado na kruteneha kashana nachasya sarva bhuteshu kachidatta vyapasrayaha. Naivatasya krutenado na kruteneha kashana nachasya sarva bhuteshu kachidatta vyapasrayaha. Anyone would like to recite? Naivatasya krutenado na kruteneha kashana nachasya sarva bhuteshu kachidatta vyapasrayaha. Mother, you would like to try? Just show there, you can see.
I know.
Okay.
If it was in Gujarati, I could probably.
Okay. You want in Hindi? I can try.
No.
Okay.
Thank you.
Do your language. It's okay. Okay, we are going word to word meaning. Please repeat after me. Na, never, ever, certainly, tasya, his, krutena, by discharge of duty, addaha, purpose, na, nor, akrutena, without discharge of duty, iha, in this world, kaschana, whatever, na, never, cha, and asya, of him, sarva bhuteshu, among all living beings, kachit, any, artha, purpose, vyapasrayaha, taking shelter of. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation: a self-realized man who has no purpose to fulfill in the discharge of his prescribed duties, nor has he any reason not to perform such work, nor has he any need to depend on any other living being. Please repeat after me. A self-realized man who has
A self-realized man who has
no purpose to fulfill in the discharge of his prescribed duties,
no purpose to fulfill in the discharge of his prescribed duties,
nor has he any reason
nor has he any reason
not to perform such work,
to perform such work,
nor has he any need
nor has he any need
to depend on any other living being.
to depend on any other.
Purport by Prabhupada ki jai. A self-realized man is no longer obliged to perform any prescribed duty, save and accept activities in Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness is not inactivity either, as will be explained in the following verse. A Krishna conscious man does not take shelter of any person, man, or demigod. Whatever he does in Krishna consciousness is sufficient in the discharge of his obligation. I'm going to recite Mangala Charan prayers. Just auspicious, don't be suspicious. It's a blessings from the Acharyas and Guru Parampara. Om Agnanatimirandasya Nananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunminitame Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Nena Bhutale Swayan Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavancha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhasya Krupa Sindhubheva Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Pachatya Desadarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. I seek the blessings of assembled and offline online Vaishnavas to speak something in right time, right words come in right consciousness. Okay. Translation: a self-realized man who has no purpose to fulfill in the discharge of his prescribed duties, nor he has any reason not to perform such work, nor has he any need to depend on any other living being. Yeah, before going on to class today, I would like to ask a question. Any guess, any shout outs? What is self-realized person here mentioned? Self-realized man or self-realized? Here, you don't need to consider as a male, any male or female, considers to all the genders. What is self-realized man here considers? What do you mean by self-realized man or woman? Any shout outs?
Self-realized is the person who knows who is the self and he is not attached to the body.
Mm-hmm. Who is the self?
Yeah.
Would you part and parcel of the God? Thank you, Prabhu. Yeah, that's what it's mentioning. Self-realized person, he has no purpose to fulfill in the discharge of his prescribed duties. Why? Because he has no purpose. Because he knows everything is temporary. Everything comes and goes. As 2:13 it says, Dehinosmin yada dehe kaumaram yamananjara tada dehantara prapti tiras tatra namuhyati. Yeah, body changes from youth to boy, boyhood to child to boy, boy to youth, and then old age, disease, everything common. It transmigrates. And sober person doesn't bewilder this change because he is self-realized. And in the Karma Yoga it says, Like whatever you do it for Krishna, and it is called Karma Yoga. Suppose if we consider a finger is the part of the body. If the finger goes on strike, like, oh, I don't do whatever body says, like all the good food goes to the stomach, why I have to work hard for the for this human being, for the suppose for the stomach, then it doesn't work like that. Because we can't eat with the finger, we can't eat with the nose. We can eat it only with the mouth, and all the energy spread over to all the different parts of the body. And finger is as well part and parcel of the body. Same like ourselves as a human being. We are like a spirit soul, and Krishna is the supreme spirit. Like spirit and supreme spirit, we are part and parcel of the God. And both finger is a part and parcel of the whole body. Same like our soul. Until then, because we are mostly in illusion, that's why we don't realize we are the soul and Krishna is the supreme soul. We should be we should be servant of the Krishna. And the Prabhupada says either we are the servant of the God or servant of the dog. That's why you see so many people carrying the dogs, and what they are doing, they are taking the droppings in the parks or everywhere. Better to serve the God. He is the creator of everything. Like it says, Aham sarvasya prabhavo, mate sarva pravratate. Everything emanates from Krishna, like material and spiritual worlds. And what is self-realization? Self-realization, like we have to realize we are the servant of the God. And in Srimad Bhagavatam verse says, Hitva anyata rupam swarupena vyavastiti. Mukti means liberation or self-realization. What is that? We have to giving up the different identity. That's called I'm an American, I'm an Indian, and I am this, I am that, I am white, I am black. Because this material body everything is temporary. Then if it is temporary, why we have to come back again and again to this material world? How do we stop the cycle of birth and death? Just we have to realize, like how do we stop? By praying to Krishna, by Krishna consciousness, by following certain rules and regulations. Then in Bhagavad Gita chapter 8 it says, like Antakala Chamamaya Smarana Mukta Kalevaram. When we are leaving the body, if we remember somehow Krishna, then we can stop this cycle of birth and death. We can attain that nature, same like Krishna, like four-armed form. That's our original nature, Satchidananda. What's the eternal nature of human being? Anyone can say? What human being want to do always? That's one thing. What's the other? Any other? Yeah. Enjoyment, bliss. As Krishna is always blissful. Because we are part and parcel of Krishna, we always want to be happy, blissful, enjoyment. But why we stuck here? Then? Because we want to enjoy away from the Krishna. That's the reason we stuck in this material world, and Krishna never say no to our independence. We have very little independence. We are always dependent on Krishna because everything has given by Him. Otherwise rains won't come, we don't get any grains. Like whatever it is, electricity, everything depends on Krishna. Somehow or other. Because we thought we have independence, we are not really independent. We are always dependent on Krishna. Then as soon as we came to the point that firmly convinced, this is called self-realization. We always, as the Prabhu says, Jivera Swarupera Nichera Krishna Das. We are the eternal servant of Krishna. Therefore, a self-realized man has no purpose to fulfill in the discharge of prescribed duties. What is the prescribed duties means? Like, we have certain prescribed duties, but why it is saying we don't need to do any prescribed duties? Like certain people, you can see the Prabhu is he's taken brahmacharya. That means he's completely dependent on Krishna. His duty is like enlighten the people. Like there are 4 ashramas: brahmacharya, gruhastha, vanaprastha, and sannyasi. Like he's the self-realized person. He will enlighten to the others. Like gruhasthas, they work, and while working as well, if you remember Krishna, and if you center the Krishna, we don't do any bad things. Then everything is dependent on our consciousness. If you are consciousness of Krishna, then whatever you do, we don't attach to our results and we give it to Krishna. This is called karma yoga. Like there's some misinterpretation like, oh, I'm working hard for my family, I'm earning my living, and I'm serving my family. This is not karma yoga. Most of the people think that this is karma yoga. This is not karma yoga. If you remember Krishna and think about Krishna and give to the Krishna, that's called karma yoga. Like in Bible it says there are the 10 commandments. Thou shalt not kill. But one who is not self-realized and who is not self-realized, but they kill the animals for their sense gratification. And they say those means like human beings. They misinterpret. And the self-realized people who are Christians as well, they don't eat meat because those shall not kill. And here Krishna says as well, we follow 4 regulative principles like no meat eating, and no gambling, no illicit sex, and no intoxication. Not only no meat eating, whatever we eat, we offer to Krishna before. That's called bhoga, and it becomes prasada. By offering to Krishna, it will remove all the sins from the food. Because while preparing the food, we kill so many microorganisms unintentionally. And there's a verse here, Yagna Sishta Shina Shanto Machanta Sarva Kelebishi Bhujante Tvam Magam Papa E Pachante Atma Karanat. That means whatever you eat only sin unless you offer to Krishna. This is a simple way of translation. And if you offer to Krishna, Bhoga will become prasad, which is sanctified. And it is helpful for our consciousness, our brain and tissues as well. So one who has got in Krishna consciousness and preaching this message to others, he is a self-realized. Because we have to dovetail with Krishna. Like he has said so many things he has given certain like message in the Bhagavad Gita. Just we have to follow that. It's called dovetailing. And aradito yadi haris tapasa tata kim. It says in Narada Panchadata, if one has realized the Supreme Lord, he has no more any duty of undergoing austerity, penance, this for that. All prescribed rules. When a man is cured, there is no more question of medicine. And he is in a healthy state. To be engaged in devotional service in Krishna consciousness means he is healthy state. He has no more any prescribed duties. You see, so not has any reason not to perform such work. Then who is in Krishna consciousness? Actually, there is no inactivity in this Krishna consciousness. It says in here in the purport. Then what do you mean by inactivity? Because they are more busy than who are working outside. Like they are always feel anxiety. Like to preach this message to others. By seeing the misery of others, they feel more misery. As Vaishnavas are paro dukkho dukkhi. That's why you see this is winter Marathon. You can see in the streets Despite of this cold weather, they go out and distribute the books about Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam and other books. Why? Because they want to preach this message of Krishna to others. And then whole world will be happy. And so many activists are working for the global warming and other things. We are as well working for welfare activity of Krishna consciousness to preach to others. And Prabhupada is always says books are the basis. And another thing one should not think, because I am in Krishna consciousness, therefore I shall not rise early in the morning. This is the prescribed duty of one who is in the Krishna consciousness. You have to do that loka sangraha. That means he practically has no duty, but to show example of general mass of people, he has got so many duties. Even Krishna, while Krishna has played a human role, he has performed so many duties. He went to the school of Sandipana Muni to learn all the kalas, that means all the arts, 64 arts. He did in 64 days something, I think so. Each day, one art. For a common individual, it takes many years to learn one art, not completely learn, at least like 10%, I can say. And he has prescribed he has performed his duties like a grostha duties. He has 16,108 houses. He has 16,108 wives. If a common man can't imitate these things, because he can't imitate by lifting the Govardhana hill, as Krishna, as a 80-year-old boy, he lifted the Govardhana hill to protect his devotees. Then common man just surrender to Krishna, just worship the Krishna, and whatever says in Bhagavad Gita, follow the message. And he was offering respect to his elder brother in a relationships. A self-realized person always engaged in Krishna consciousness, but he does not deviate with the prescribed duties also, because others will follow, others will also. And 321 it says, Yadyat acharati shreshas tattat evataro jana so yat paramam kurute lokas tad anuvatate. That means whatever action in great man performs, common men follow. And whatever standards he set by exemplary acts, all the world pursues. That means, if you see, that's the reason Krishna came as a human being. We have to take him an example, what he has performed, how he respect the elders, how he performed his like worldly duties as a king, as a son, as a father, and everything. We have to perform our prescribed duties and always remember the Krishna. And nor has he any need to depend on any other living being. It says, then why we don't need to depend on any other living being, because we depend on the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the maintainer, sustainer, and annihilator. And he is free because he knows I am the part and parcel of Krishna, so I am dependent on Krishna, because everything we dependent for Krishna. Yeah, if we remember Krishna, then Krishna gives whatever we would like to have. Krishna is providing millions and trillions of living entities. He is providing food and everything. Why can't he provide to us if we dependent on Krishna? And directly engaged in Krishna service, this is the position of self-realize, saying Narayana pada sarve nakuta achana bibhayati. Srimad Bhagavatam 6:17-28 says. This Supreme is the personality of God, head for the devotees and liberation for the impersonalists. Like in impersonalists, they look for the liberation. But impersonalists, they pray for the effulgence of the Krishna, like a Brahma Jyoti. Then what will happen if they do yoga, mystic yoga, and all these things? They don't treat him like a person. We treat him like a person. That's why we offer food, and he goes to bed in the evening. and we wake him up in the morning. This is like a personal, and impersonal is they remember the Krishna in impersonal form, but unfortunately they have to come back again to this material world to treat him like a person. Then only there is a chance to go to the Krishna. And they go to the effulgence. That means where the Brahman effulgence, sunray effulgence, they go there, and unfortunately they have to come back. The persons, only devotees, there is a chance to go to Krishna, because they always chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and they always remember the Krishna, they serve the Krishna, and they offer food to the Krishna and many things. And there is a chance of remembering while leaving the planet, then going to the Krishna Loka where he resides. As impersonal personalist goal is partial, and personalist, we are the personalist who treats Krishna like a person, and it fulfills our goal by treating Krishna like a person. Because it's Satchidananda, Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarvakarana Karanam. Because Krishna, there is a no end, no beginning to Krishna. He is the primeval living being, and he is full of bliss. And we are looking for bliss as well, but we are most of us looking in the wrong place. Bliss, like in material happiness. Like there is a saying, to get materially happy is impossible. To get spiritually happy is difficult, but is definitely possible. It's a simple process we have to follow. It's a simple process, but not easy. Just 4 things. If you remember 4 things, like association with the devotees, and it is a crucial thing. Jai Sri Sri Radha Gokulanand ki Jai, Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ki Jai, Gauranitai ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. An association can make the person either to the positive, like a spiritual consciousness, or the other completely negative, to the other way around. Like if you come across in the scriptures like Azamila and Mrugari. If you see Mrugari is a hunter. He's half killing, by the way. That's his food. He half kills the animals in the forest. Then somehow transcendental spaceman Narada Muni is going to different places. He come across this Mrugari hunter, and he asks why you are half killing. Why don't you fully kill the animal? And rather than he saying to him, "Oh, you're a sinner, you're killing the animals, why don't you chant the holy name?" A devotee knows what to preach, and to the certain what is the best for the certain individual. Then he asks, "Okay, I can fully kill. If I don't kill these beings, how can I survive? And who will give the food and other resources?" Then Narada, he asked that question, then Narada Muni said to him, "You don't need to, for your food, you don't need to kill the animals. If you want, you can go to your hut and chant the holy name. Everything provided by Krishna." As a advanced devotee, like a pure devotee said, Krishna will definitely, whatever pure devotee says, he will definitely give those ones. Then he was chanting, everything is then near to this Mrugari, other neighbors, oh, there is a sadhu here, we need to provide like food and other beings. Everything is provided by the neighbors, because he is chanting the holy name. And after some few years, then Narada Muni come across to the same place. Oh, let me see this Mrugari, how is he doing? Then as soon as he has seen the Narada Muni, he was not walking as well. He was jumping on the he want to reach Narada Muni, but he is limping and jumping because he doesn't want to cause any harm to the other living entities in the grass. See the change of the association, and association is so critical for the progress, spiritual progress. And next one is books. And books are so important. Books are the basis, as Prabhupada says. And as we are reading from Bhagavad Gita itself, is nothing but the song of the God, has given instructions to Arjuna. And by reading the books, we can learn so many things. Sometimes we don't understand. We approach the persons who are bona fide, and there is a easy explanation of these books, like Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. This is like undergraduate study, and the postgraduate is Srimad Bhagavatam. Is nothing but the qualities of Krishna, is all his pastimes. And Srimad Bhagavatam is the Amala Puranam. Amala Puranam is the pure. If you go through Srimad Bhagavatam, you don't need to read any other things. Everything has mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam. And finally, Chaitanya Charitamrita. Is this the middle in the portrait, the yellow dhoti? He's the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He's all about his pastimes. He's nothing but Krishna. He come as a human form to share the holy name, Hare Krishna Mahamantra. He came to this human. He came to this material world like 500 years ago. He said to everyone to chant the holy name and spread this holy name. Nagara Sankirtana. Sankirtana is like a trance, is a congregational chanting. By doing congregational chanting, everyone is benefited. Not only the person who are doing chanting, like other plants, animals, everything will absorb, because holy name and the Krishna both are similar, both are same. There is no difference between the Krishna his pastimes, his form, qualities. In everything is Krishna. But here, if you see materially, the person, suppose if you consider X as a person, X is different by X name is different, all these are different. But it's spiritually, his name, form, qualities, past tense, everything is the same. By chanting the holy name, we can remember always Krishna. We have a personal association with Krishna. And this is called sea chanting. And chanting, and this, in this Kali Yuga, this is called Kali Yuga, hopefully you guys know. It lasts 4,32,000 years. And there are so many bad things in Kali Yuga. But there is only one transcendental thing is, Srimad Bhagavatam says, Khaled dosha nija rajan, asti he eko mahaguna. There is only one mahaguna, good quality. That's the one, Kirtanad eva Krishnasya mukta sangha param rajet. Kirtanad eva Krishnasya, that means chanting the holy name of the Lord. Because there are 4 yugas, out of the 4 yugas, and we are so lucky and so blessed to have this holy name. Because to get the liberation in different yugas, to stop the cycle of birth and death, in Satya Yuga, they do meditation lot of time, because their lifespan as well, around 1 lakh years, 100,000 years. They meditate 10,000, 20,000 years like this. But it's so austere. And next one is Treta Yuga. Treta Yuga is around 1,000 year lifespan, and they mainly do sacrifices. For sacrifices, he needs certain things, certain brahmanas. In Kali Yuga, it's not possible to do sacrifices. They used to do Aswamedha Yagna, Gomedha Yagna. That means they're sacrificing the animal, but not for their sense pleasure. They do sacrifice as soon as you see the sacrifice, and the human body is coming out of it, from the horse, from the cow. That's the power of the Brahmana at that time. And next one is Dwapara Yuga. This is a deity worship is prescribed. And finally Kali Yuga is Harinama Sankirtana. That means Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Just chanting the holy name of the Lord is equivalent to the that they used to do the previous yugas, and is the best and easy way to associate with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. By chanting the holy name is how we get the conviction by reading the books. They are both proportional to each other. And finally, D means diet. Diet, everyone loves the food, especially prasad. Like by offering the food to the Krishna, it will become prasad. Then if you don't know the mantras, just offer the picture of the Krishna or the deity of Krishna, and he says with the love. Only he needs love, because he has everything. He doesn't need anything from us. Saying patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhakta prayajati tad bhakti tadaham bhakti upahadam asnami prayatatmanaha. Just he is expecting love. With the love, if offered to the food, it becomes prasad. Leave it to the Krishna for some time and take it and eat. And it is more tasty, and it's good for it's fine for the brain or tissues as well. And these four things, if we follow, A, B, C, D, and four regulative principles, is like Krishna consciousness. And his engagement in devotional service, and it is most important to survive in Krishna consciousness, like serving the devotees, like doing the voluntary service in the temple. There are so many services available here, especially during festival. And Vedic rituals like prescribed sacrifices are performed for purification of impious activities that were performed in the field of sense gratification, like karma kanda. Some people do some yagnas to get rid of the impious things, but Krishna consciousness is the transcendental. If you chant the holy name, you don't need to do any karma kanda, and you don't need to follow any other things need to follow. Like we have to follow prescribed duties like karma kanda things, because Krishna is the supreme. He is the boss of all the demigods. Karma kanda we mostly usually do to get the benefit from the demigods. A Krishna conscious person has no attachment to the result, but acts on behalf of Krishna alone. He engages in all kinds of activities, but is completely non-attached. And he's not attached to the results, but he do his duty and completely dependent on Krishna. And he doesn't disturb in the preaching work as well, whether they accept it or not, like regarding the books or sharing about Krishna and everything. Like here he knows, while he be giving sharing the holy name or sharing about Krishna, very few people may be interested in it. As in Bhagavad Gita it says, Bahunam Janmanam Ante Gnanamam Prapadyate Vasudeva Sarvamiti Sa Mahatma Sadullabaha. That means after many lives, someone can know about the Krishna, someone can. Just a second, I will read the verse. The translation is the Bhagavad Gita 7:19. After many births and deaths, he who is actually in knowledge surrenders unto me, knowing me to be the cause of all causes, and that is such a great soul is very rare, as Krishna is saying to Arjuna. And he doesn't need to follow Vedic injunctions, because by doing Krishna consciousness, you follow everything, because you're serving the Supreme. And he says, Dharmantu Sakshat Bhagavat Pranitam. Whatever Krishna says, if you follow, that's the important duty. And he does not take shelter of any person or man or demigod. Like if you worship the demigod for the boon as well, if someone worship the demigod for boon, or it has to come through the Krishna. Like if you know the supreme, the boss, why don't you go to Krishna rather than going to the subordinate of Krishna? Yeah. That's it. To get self-realized, we have to follow Krishna consciousness, and we have to understand that we are the soul, we are part and parcel of the Krishna, and Krishna is the supreme soul. Any questions or reflections? Hare Krishna. Thank you for coming to the class, and Gaura Arati in 10 minutes. And please stay here. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaura Bhaktarund ki jai. Thank you.
Jaya Radha Madhava Punya Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridharadhari Udanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Punya Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Punya Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridharadhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridharadhari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Punya Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Punya Bihari Jaya Usmat Parang Saparitaj Vacharya Satman Nam Ubadi Jaya Ananta Kodi Vaishnava Jaya Radha Madhava Punya Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Punya Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridharadhari